Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And we are back here at the Enderan College's gym. Sweet 16 action for the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024. And our game at hand, it's an all NCAA showdown. A game between the EAC Generals against the MAPUA University Cardinals. Coach Chris King de la Cruz magdadala ng aksyon kasama si Justin Almeida at si Daphne Lozano at the sidelines. And let's turn it over now to Ryan Pajaro, our venue announcer for the first fight. And we are up now the starting lineups for both squad. EAC going with Ochavo Gortiza at the backcourt. Umpad Pagsanhan and Oftana completing the 5. While MAPUA will go with Bangkale, Escamis, Habonete, Red, and Chris Hobilla. We have a big one here, Justin Almeida at my side. Justin, ano masasabi mo as we start this ball game? EAC Generals getting the first crack on offense.
Well, this is the main event of the afternoon. And what a way to end this Thursday with two teams from the NCAA. And of course, we have the MAPUA Cardinals, who are finalists in the previous show out in the NCAA, going up against the San Beda Red Lions, but however, falling short. And today, you can see they are full force yung lineup nila, Coach Chris.
Glenn Escamis, their MVP. Their prize recruit, Chris Hobilla. John Habonete manning the middle, one of their prize recruits also. But Gortiza has other plans and he will go all the way to break the scoreless tie and put EAC on top 2-0 as 1 minute gone by here. Escamis, pull-up jumper, no good. Again, Gortiza getting the possession for EAC. Gives it to Carlos Chavo. 4-0 blazing start for EAC. Looking good so far.
Yes, great start for EAC, turning defense into offense right away. And we have 2 layups on the side of the Generals, both forced by turnovers, and they're up 4 to 0 to start this ball game.
Recto, recycling the offense for Mapua. Jeko Bancale, pull-out jumper, and he will be fouled, and he will earn the trip to the line. Tuck shot there for Jeko Bancale. Almost using the board for that shot. Jeko Bancale, kita natin yung development ng bata na to. No? I've been covering him in the Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup tournament for the Team Bs of colleges and universities. And he was the go-to guy of those said teams which participated in our Next Man Cup. Sank the first free throw to score for Mapua and making it 4-2. But Jeko Bancale and Kylo Chavo exchanging pleasantries early in this ball game. Yun yung excitement na nadadala nitong matchup na to. No?
Ang dami agad.
Oo, meron kagad kamustahan. Ayan, no? Mga simpleng kamustahan ng magkabilang panig, mga protagonists. Chris Hobilla, Jeko Bancale almost splattered on the floor. Harvey Pagsanhan, the long-time stalwart for Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
Yes, even part of his former Nueva Ecija team.
Yes.
And I'm sure he took a lot of learnings and experiences from that stint with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, and showing us right there what he learned and getting an N1 basket right away.
Harvey Pagsanhan blowing past his defender to go all the way for the hoop and the harm. Isa sa mga pinagkakatiwalaan ni Coach Gerson, no, sa kanyang sistema. Go long way back from high school at Hope Christian as Harvey Pagsanhan completes the 3-point play to lift EAC to a 5-point lead, 7-2 with 7 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. Clint Escamis against Gurtiza. Jeko Bancale goes to his left, drops it. Last minute to Hobilla, who gets the second serving. Lakas ng katawan itong si Chris Hobilla, no? But run and gun basketball being shown here by EAC as Harvey Pagsanhan goes all the way, and again he will earn a trip to the line for 2. Makikita natin, Justin, foul difference. Ang Mapua 7 minutes 17 seconds, meron na kagad 4. Isa pa lang para sa EAC. Kita natin yung defensive discipline na pinapakita ng EAC Generals on this game.
Yes, and aside from the defensive discipline that they bring right now, it's the aggressiveness for them to take it to the hole, as most of their points have come from the paint through either transition points or just breaking the defense and going to the hole and throwing those fouls.
Harvey Pagsanhan, meanwhile, has 5 of the 9 points scored by EAC. And again, that defense, Wilmar Oftana completing the steal. Again, Pagsanhan goes all the way. 7 points now, blazing start for Harvey Pagsanhan and the EAC Generals. 11-4 lead.
Finally, Coach, pinansin na ng mga referee yung kiskisa ni Ochavo at saka ni Bancale.
A way of checking those players. We're in charge here. Statement of referees. Kami in charge dito, hindi kayo. Kasi pwede pa mag-escalate into something yan pag hindi na control. Good job by our officials. Haponete blowing past his defender. But there will be a foul called inside. Quite a physical game that we are watching right now. Kylo Chavo getting pushed around underneath.
And we have our first substitution of the ball game as Recto will have a seat as Concepcion will check in for the Cardinals.
MAPUA Cardinals early in the penalty situation with 6 minutes 25 seconds remaining. Pagsanhan was 9 of the 11 points of EAC misses on that charity. Aaron Fermin set to check in for MAPUA. He'll be replacing John Habonete. Match up substitution by MAPUA. Fermin going up against Umpad underneath. Escamis calling for a clear out. Jubilia, his partner for this game. Hand it over to Jeco Pancale. Hard show by EAC. Escamis lines up for a 3. No go. EAC protecting the board. Harvey Pagsanhan starting the offense for EAC. Gurtiza, 3-point shot. It's good. Don't look now. Gurtiza has 5 points. All the points of EAC is divided between Gurtiza and Harvey Pagsanhan, and MAPUA would like to call for a ceasefire. 15-4 is our count. EAC up with 5 minutes 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll be back.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Five minutes 45 seconds remaining in the first. So far, it has been a Gurtiza Pagsanhan show for EAC, as they have all the 15 points of EAC, and Gurtiza doing it again on defensive end. Pagsanhan against Yam Concepcion. Umpad, one-hander, joins the scoring party for the boys of Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
Great recognition by the white shirts as they found the open man in that pick and roll action and finding the cutter, and Oftana finding Umpad for that floater in the middle.
Oftana, 3-point shot. No good. And tawagin natin our courtside reporter. May balita sa atin mula sa panig ng MAPUA Cardinals. Let's see. Daphne Lozano. And the report of that, Daphne has to wait. We go back in action as Harvey Pagsanhan gives it to Wilmar Oftana for 3. No good. Late Escamis starting the break. 3-on-2 break. Nakababa ng depensa ng EAC. Escamis against Gurtiza. Jubilia. And what a layup for Chris Jubilia. 17-6 is our score. And let's call on Daphne Lozano para sa report ng MAPUA Cardinals.
I had the chance to talk to MAPUA Cardinals head coach J.R. Calos, and he shared as to why they upgraded from a Team B lineup in their previous game. Coach J.R. said it all boils down to his players' availability. With a Team A lineup, we can expect the Cardinals to exhibit competitiveness and give 101% of their best, as stated by Coach J.R. as well. However, as we can see in the first quarter, the Cardinals are still scrambling inside the court, and let's see if they'll be able to recalibrate and regroup in the remaining minutes of this quarter. That's all for now. Back to you, Justin and Chris.
Yes, thank you for that report, Daphne. And that is correct. The Cardinals off to a slow start here, but you know, the experience that this team has, especially in the NCAA, that we cannot count them out this early, and maybe they are just about to heat up. And let's see here in the remaining 4 minutes of the first quarter if they can turn things around and make this a closer ball game.
Good pointers there. Mapua starting off the wrong foot. Cuenco hits the front iron. The coach of Mapua is very livid. Coach J.R. Carlos being assessed of a technical foul for continuous complaining. Axel Doromal, the designated free throw shooter, the technical foul. And again, Coach J.R. Carlos having words to our officials. Still an 11-point lead for the EAC Generals as Axel Doromal checks in for Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Wow. Kinal, one of the new guards of EAC, scoring on a floater. 2 minutes 52 seconds remaining here. 13-point lead. Lawrence Mangubat, 3-point shot, no go. Loristo grabbing the board for EAC. Axel Doromal using Loristo as a shield. Kinal, Bakud providing the screen. 10 seconds to shoot. Loristo hands it off. Kinal drives strong. Doromal, 5 seconds. Floater. No go. And EAC couldn't handle the rock on that possession. Ryan will replace Chris Hubilla with 2 minutes 16 seconds remaining here.
Yes, the Generals sporting a 13-point lead, and that is despite Axel Doroman still not getting his touches and his usual shots to go like that previous one.
There's a foul. Kinal fouling Joaquin Garcia. It's a 4-team foul for EAC with 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Aaron Fermin almost losing the handle, posting up underneath. Fermin, no go in the turnaround. EAC now on offense. Axel Doromal will go all the way and scores on that layup to make it 23-6. Rather 21-6. 1.5 minutes remaining in the first. Joaquin Garcia against Angeles. Stop and pop is good for Joaquin Garcia. Mas kailangan nila ng mas maraming ganon, Justin, going into the second quarter.
Let's see if Joaquin Garcia can provide a spark for the Mapua Cardinals. It is much needed here at this moment.
Good give and go there. Masyado lang mababa yung pagkakatanggap ni Kinal at the baseline. 1 minute and change remaining. Lawrence Mangubat gives it to Joaquin Garcia. Ryan, hand off to Lawrence Mangubat. The switch. Mangubat sizing up his defender. Ryan recycling the offense for Mapua. Joaquin Garcia lines it up for a 3. No go. Mike Fermin battles for the rebound and it was won by EAC. Axel Doromal again. Stop and pop. No go. 24 seconds remaining. Mangubat. Di yata narinig yung sinabi ni Coach JR. The last shot, Aaron Fermin. No go on the 3. Coach J.R. Carlos very livid as he was not heard by his players. Axel Doromal has the chance to close it out. And an offensive foul was called. Moving screen there by Jetro Bakut. Lucky break by Mapua with 2.8 seconds remaining. They have the chance for the last shot here to close out the first quarter.
Coach, this is a chippy ball game. Daming extra motion so far.
Joaquin Garcia, no go. And as chippy as it gets, Mapua trailing 21-8 against the EAC Generals after one quarter. Let's see if what the Cardinals are up to as we enter the second quarter. We'll be back after a few words from our friends.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
(21-8) is our count after the first 10 minutes of our game. Chris King teaming up today with Justin Almeida and Daphne Lozano, our third member of the panel for this Sweet 16 matchup in the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance. Pasalamatan muna natin, Justin, yung mga friends natin, Eastern Communications, LGR, Eurotex Foam, Kickstart Coffee, Smart Sports, and Amelie Hotel Manila. And the woes of Mapua continues as a turnover was forced there. Balik ang bola sa kamay ng EAC. Axel Doromal contributing off the bench for Coach Gerson. Kinal. 10 seconds to shoot. Kinal thought of the three. Oh. Loristo couldn't handle the rock. Gotta credit the pass by Kinal.
Kinal, yes.
Medyo napabilis lang yung pag-cut ni Loristo. Hindi niya akalain na ibibigay sa kanya.
Yes, coach, medyo nagulat lang. Pero ang ganda ng setup off the elevator screen, nag-pop out si Kinal. Saw his defender charging at him, read the play, drove to the basket. However, napalakas lang yung pasa and his teammate wasn't ready. Wasn't able to convert.
Meanwhile, the dry spell for Mapua continues, but Ray regained possession of that sloppy pass of the inbounds play for EAC. 8 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. Aaron Fermin against Loristo downstairs. Turnaround shot, and Loristo will be the guilty party on that foul against Aaron Fermin. Kita natin Aaron Fermin, yun ang specialty niya, no? It's back to the basket. Dalawang beses niya nang ginagawa yan pag nabibigyan siya. Which is why si Loristo nagulat, no, pag turnaround niya. First free throw is good. Nice touch for a big man itong si Aaron Fermin to trim down this lead with 8.5 minutes and change remaining in the second quarter.
Yes, Aaron Fermin brings some size and length here to this Mapua squad. As when you look at them, they're not really the biggest team. Pero yung wingspan ng mga players nila, doon sila bumabawi.
Again, a turnover. And the chippiness continues. Namiss yata nila isa't isa. Ilang buwan din kasi yung walang NC. Tapos ngayon lang sila nakita ulit.
Simula pa lang ng ball game natin,
Yung mga baguhan ng bawat isang teams, nagkakapakilandanan sa isa't isa, nagkakamustahan. And Coach J.R. Carlos sensing the urgency, calling a timeout with 8 minutes 23 seconds remaining. EAC still up 21-9. We'll be back.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Eight minutes 22 seconds remaining. EAC with a fiery start on this ball game, still hanging on 21-9. Mapua with those 2 quick timeouts. 10 seconds to shoot here. Cuenco drives strong and he will miss. Aaron Fermin will lose the handle. EAC regaining possession.
So far, yung Mapua, nahihirapan pa rin sila to find their groove eh. You know, it's been a tough afternoon for them. But it's still early here in the second quarter. And let's see if they can find a way to turn things around and get this game closer.
And the likes of Axel Doromal and Jetro Baco keeping EAC afloat despite their starters sitting down, and Loristo joining the party, contributing for the cause of EAC. Yung mga hanap-hanap ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes talagang may sistema eh. Kahit sinong i-field mo dyan, yung sistemang Gerson Cabiltes pa rin yung lalaruin nila. They will not veer away from that game plan. As again, Aaron Fermin throwing the possession with that turnover underneath Crisobilla. Jan Habonete checking back in for Mapua with 7 minutes 9 seconds remaining. Aldeo Lucero meanwhile checks in for Coach Gerson Cabiltes, one of his tough guys.
Oh, and right away, nagpakilala agad si Lucero throwing an elbow to Mangubat, but however is called for an offensive foul and committing the turnover.
Meanwhile, for the MAPUA Cardinals, TJ Abdullah, transferee from the Enderan College Titans, checking in for MAPUA. Ang gandang matchup to, no? Aldeo Lucero and TJ Abdullah. Nung next man cup to, no? Simula pa no, nagkakamustahan na rin sila eh. Free massage. TJ Abdullah lines up for a 3. Hits the front iron. And getting his own rebound, Waki Garcia. 3-pointer is good from Intramuros to make it 23-12, 6.5 minutes remaining. Aldeo Lucero blows past his defender, and Waki Garcia will be the guilty party there for a foul, third team foul para sa EAC for this quarter. Dave Ednilag, Luciano, and Tolentino checking in for EAC. EAC going deeper in their lineup. Halos lahat yata ng players na dinala ni Coach Gerson ngayon nakatikim na ng minuto, while Mapua sticking to this short rotation. And quick basket here by Luciano. Wala nang painit pa, no? Hindi parang diesel engine. Cuts in the middle and the guards recognizes it, passes to him. Luciano getting fouled in the process, and will have a chance to up this lead with this bonus free throw.
Coach Gerson having the luxury to experiment a little bit and go down to his third stringers as they sport this 14-point lead.
EAC breaking away early in this ball game. Mapua struggles. Waki Garcia looks for a back-to-back three. No go. Dave Ednilag. Lucero couldn't handle the pass. Waki Garcia. 3-on-2 break. TJ Abdullah off his offhand. Scoring for Mapua. Make it 26-14 with 5 minutes 46 seconds remaining in the second. Lucero calling horns. Jan Habunete switching. Lucero zigzagging. Gives it to the cutting teammate there. But there will be too many steps taken. And a turnover will go against EAC as Yam Concepcion, one of the Mapua Cardinals defensive specialists, comes back in to replace Cuenco and Garcia. Lynn Escamis also checks back in. Jude Bagay will front him on defense. 5 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. TJ Abdullah so far. And an offensive foul. Escamis against Tolentino. Recto ready to check in, replacing Chris Hubilla with 5 minutes and change remaining.
And so far, Coach, no, ang ganda ng pinapakita ng EAC Generals. You know, they're led by their head coach, Coach Gerson Cabiltes. And during the pandemic, or you know, after the pandemic, nung naging eligible na maglaro ng basketball ulit, he won multiple championships in different leagues, from the Vismin Cup to Asia Basket and the MPBL. Nag-back-to-back sila with yung Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. And he's known for, you know, a coach that has a lot of plays. And as you can see here, up to his third stringers, nakakita mo, yung third stringers na alam yung galawan and yung options ng mga plays nila. Kita mo na that is because of the leadership of the coach and showing him that he pays so much attention to detail, and that is why they execute properly and nalalaman nila bawat option ng mga offensive sets nila.
Meanwhile, JC Recto scoring on back-to-back baskets. 4 minutes remaining. EAC, pagdating sa EAC with Coach Gerson, it's buying into his system.
Oo.
Hindi lang yung mga Harvey Pagsanha na matagal na niyang kasama, kundi like si Dave Ednilag, no? Development na po dito from the next man cup, no? Nagkaroon na siya ng mas bumilis at mas gumaang, no? To si Dave Ednilag. Siguro mga February, March, yung huling tournament natin dito with EAC playing, and nakita ko yung bilis nitong bata na to, no? Nag-improve in recognition pagdating sa shot selection, placing underneath. Kasi nga, no, it starts with the leader, it starts with the coach. And Coach Gerson really is a leader. And kagawad to sa may amin, sa Santa Cruz, Manila.
Okay.
No, binabati natin yung mga constituents ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes dyan sa Santa Cruz, Manila, sa may Blooming Treat.
Okay.
Natural na leader talaga, no? Not only serving the fans in basketball, but serving the community.
People, yes. And kitang-kita mo yung holistic approach niya, you know, like you were talking about Etilag, that he has developed not just on the physical side, na sabi mong bumibilis na siya, but also the mental side of basketball, that he has been more patient with his shot selection, yung reads niya. Very holistic approach by Coach Gerson.
And Escamis missing on that free throw, but he will be fouled. And speaking of EAC, let's listen to the report of Daphne Lozano. Daphne.
Thank you so much, Chris. Now that we had a strong start, it is now a must for the players to sustain this, especially our defensive stops against Mapua. Those are the sentiments of EAC Generals head coach Gerson Cabintes. With a goal of continuously containing the Cardinals in this quarter, we can see that the Generals are still on lockdown man-to-man defense. However, there are some instances that the Cardinals are keeping up with the game's tempo whenever the Generals commit unforced errors. Let's see if the Generals will be able to pick up the pacing in the remaining minutes of this quarter. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report.
Yes, and it's been the defense on the side of the white shirts that have been giving them this 9 to 11 point lead. And however, Mapua is slowly waking up, and they have trimmed this deficit down to 9. But Coach Gerson still is implementing and telling his boys to focus on the defensive end, and offense will just come naturally.
With the likes of Gortiza and Pagsanhan anchoring their defense early in this game, kita natin kaya nakapag-erect ng 9-point lead itong EAC Generals. And 10 na nga uli ang kalamangan ng EAC Generals against the Mapua Cardinals. Jeco Bancale replacing TJ Abdullah. Lin Escamis so far hasn't been a factor here in this ball game, being read well on defense by EAC. Jude Bagay never giving up, and Escamis blowing past his defenders there, proving us wrong, scoring at will to trim this lead to an 8-point lead, 21 to 29. Still EAC on top with 2 minutes 33 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll be back.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Kasama na yung pangsara. Si iwanan na dun. 2 minutes 33 seconds remaining in the first half. Mapua slowly clawing their way back in this ball game, cutting the lead of EAC to only 8 points, 29 to 28 off that Clit Escamis layup. Luciano, who scored earlier, Pantaleon, or rather, Yam Concepcion recovers it for Mapua. Escamis against 2 white shirts. Hard show there, leaving Bancale open from the corner, and he will drain it to make it a 5-point lead. Only a 5-point lead for EAC, 29 to 24 for 1 minute 57 seconds. Lucero, on the other hand, scoring for EAC on that one-hander to make it again a 7-point lead for EAC. JC Recto, thought of the 3. John Habonete lines it up. It's a front iron. He can drain that shot, but was short on that try. And Coach Gerson will go back to his first stringers.
And that's another player for the Cardinals who has been quite di pa siya nagpaparamdam ngayon, which is John Habonete. So far.
John Abonete na mention mo, no? Kumpara natin sa ni Aaron Fermin. Aaron Fermin has been playing with his back to the basket. Ito si John Abonete, more on fronting eh.
Oo.
And he has a good touch from until the free throw, 3-point shot.
Yes. And coach, meron akong similarities or like a comparison who I can compare John Habonete to. Yung play style niya. Siyempre on a smaller scale, pero he seems to be like a Nikola Jokic, no? For the Nuggets na he's allowed to bring down the ball. Siya yung nagsiset up ng play. The offense starts with him. And maganda yung court vision niya eh. And together with yung sinabi mo nga, meron siyang touch from the outside.
Also, the footwork of John Habonete, excellent as Escamis will be sent home there by Harvey Pagsanhan. Emphatic block there by Harvey Pagsanhan as Carlo Chavo returns to the ball game, replacing Aldeo Lucero. Cuenco replacing Yam Concepcion on the part of Mapua Cardinals. 1 minute 12 seconds remaining. Mapua on the offensive. Habonete. 5 seconds. JC Recto. Habonete inside. It's good. Good screen there to free Jan Habonete. EAC now. Only a 5-point game for these two squads, but an offensive foul will be called against Harvey Pagsanhan, pushing off Cuenco on that possession for 6.3 seconds remaining. Waki Garcia replacing John Habonete. Smaller lineup for Coach J.R. Carlos for Mapua to close out this quarter. Probably going for speed. JC Recto lines it up for a 3. Too strong. Harvey Pagsanhan colors the board. 31 seconds remaining. Harvey Pagsanhan posting up Joaquin Garcia. Gives it up, but there will be a foul, and that means a trip to the free throw line as both squads now in the penalty.
Kylo Chavo, after starting this game, returns here late in the second quarter and will make his presence felt right away as he goes to the line for a trip for 2.
Kylo Chavo brings quickness to the lineup of Coach Gerson. Alam mo, mahirap din makipaglaro at makipagbantayan sa mga smaller guards.
Oo.
They're quite a pest. No? Dati naglalaro ako, yung pinaka-ayokong bumabantay sa akin, yung mas maliit.
Yes. Pareho tayo, coach. Pareho tayo. Nahihirapan ako sa mga ganong gwardya. Parang Kylo Chavo and Jomari Pecolera have some sort of similarities in their style of play.
Yung malakas ang katawan, like Harvey Pagsanhan. Speaking of lakas ng katawan, scoring 12 points here in the first half. Cuenco, 3-point shot. It's too wide. And EAC Generals will run out of time, but they will hold an 8-point lead, 34-26 to close out this first half against the Mapua Cardinals. An all-NCAA showdown and a trip to our Elite 8 at stake. It's the halftime. We'll be back after the break. This is the big dance of the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, Sweet 16.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
And after half, it's EAC up 34-26 against the MAPUA Cardinals. And we have Daphne Lozano at the sidelines for the halftime interview. Daphne.
Thank you so much, Sir Chris. Before we proceed to the second half, beside me is Sir Noy Catalan from the EAC Generals. Hello po, sir. Thank you so much for joining me here po sa half. So, ayun po, as I've seen in the first half, the boys had an explosive start and so far, nasusustain po nila ito. Pero alam naman po natin na bilog ang bola at maraming pwedeng magbago, lalo na sa next half. So, ano po kaya ang dapat nilang gawin in order to sustain this lead?
Kailangan ma-sustain din namin yung defense namin and syempre kailangan mag-step up yung third group namin, no? Kasi doon humabol yung lamang namin pagpasok ng third group. So kailangan mag-step up sila and kailangan mapigil din namin si Recto and Scamis. Okay.
Ayun, sir, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa mga nanonood ngayon?
Sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa EAC, maraming salamat sa support nyo. And syempre nagpapasalamat kami doon sa sponsor namin, Jumbo Plastic, and lalo na kay Boss Jimmy and Coach Stevenson Chu. And sa EAC community, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much, sir. That is all for our halftime interview. Back to you, Justin and Chris.
And thank you very much, Daphne. Let's look at the numbers here. Justin at the halftime. We will see here the difference in rebounding, 15-8. Also, no, in defense nga ng EAC talagang namamayagpag with 5 steals and compared only to MAPUA who was only 3.
Yes, however, everything is almost identical except for the rebounds and steals department. And according to Daphne's report, no, kausap niya si Assistant Coach Noy Catalan. And we were right on cue. Yung hinala natin, tama. Defense was really the priority and they really were looking to shut down Clint Escamis as well as si Cyrus Cuenco. Cyrus Cuenco. Kaya pala nakita natin medyo passive sila, hindi pa gumagawa. And then at the same time, so they're also playing a little bit of an experiment role kasi pinapasok nila yung third group nila. And one of the keys for them to sustain this lead is for the third group to be consistent as well.
We have here EAC opening the scoring barrage with Kylo Chavo scoring on that layup to make this again a 10-point lead for EAC, 36-26. Magandang hapon po, Coach Chris King de la Cruz. Naghahatid sa inyo ng aksyon ng Pinoy Liga Big Dance kasama si Justin Almeida and Daphne Lozano at the sidelines. Jacob Bancale missing that layup for MAPUA. John Habonete was there to collar the offensive rebound and the putback attempt, and he will be fouled. Alam mo, tama lang na defense yung focus ng EAC kasi nga itong MAPUA full of firepower. Andyan si Clint Escamis, Jacob Bancale, who proved to us that they can score inside out. John Habonete, who still struggles until now, second half, can find his mark, missing that free throw. Offensive threat din yan.
Yes.
Also, Chris Hobilla, John Habonete, going 0 out of 2, unusual for this big man. Umpad, providing the shield for Ochavo. 2 straight layups for quick points to open the quarter. Kanina, si Harvey Pagsanhan saka si Gurtiza, no? Blazing start for EAC. Ngayon naman, the smallest guy on the floor, Kylo Chavo for EAC. Bancale, corner 3, short. Wilmar Oftana. And again, Ochavo going past his defenders. Sabi niya, sandali lang, pasa ko muna kay Pagsanhan. Wilmar Oftana, too strong on that running jumper, and possession will go back to the hands of Mapua Cardinals. Lucky break there for the Mapua Cardinals.
Yes, the Cardinals completing that stop. And they're going to need more of that as the lead is already ballooned to 12 points, care of the 2 layups of Kylo Chavo.
Escamis against Gurtiza, losing the handle, but he was there to recover it. Jacob Bancale, recto for the cleanup job is good to trim down this EAC lead to just 10 points with 8 minutes remaining in the third. Kylo Chavo again driving but giving it up at the last minute to Wilmar Oftana. Napakagandang kumbaga 6 points nang ginagawa actually ni Kylo Chavo. 4 sa kanya and dishing out that assist to Wilmar Oftana.
Yes, Kylo Chavo acting like a true point guard, getting his teammates involved, and napakadali ng layup ni Oftana because of Kylo Chavo drawing the defense as he goes in again. Finds Gurtiza in the corner this time, but no good.
And Harvey Pagsanhan will be clobbered inside on that rebound play. Or rather, he was the guilty party on that rebound play. Mapua gaining another possession. EAC, 2 quick fouls here in the third. Cuenco gives it to Mangubat. Habonete was free. Recto against Umpad. Mangubat getting free from Ochavo, and he will drill the corner 3 to make it a 9-point game, 40-31. Still, EAC on top, Gurtiza. Meanwhile, for EAC, drives past Habonete, and he will be fouled. Gurtiza, quick first step there. Habonete couldn't keep up with that first step by Gurtiza, therefore fouling him. Tama, no? Talagang eksperimento ang coaching staff ngayon ng EAC. Wilmar Oftana starting in the third quarter. Umpad, isa pang player to na medyo talagang nakita ko din yung improvement from the next man cup up to this one. Kasi I follow yung kaibigan natin, no? Assistant coach ni Coach Gerson, si Coach Joseph Guion. Isa din sa mga assistant niya sa Hoop and sa EAC. Kikita ko yung mga training sessions nila. No, talagang yung conditioning. No, talagang makikita mo, no, yung improvement, hindi lang physical. Talagang nagkaroon talaga ng holistic improvement ng mga players ng EAC. But Harvey Pagsanhan commits his third personal foul of that Escamis drive, and Clint Escamis strooping the line for 2 free throws.
Baga, coach, marami ng players na nade-develop yung coaching staff ng EAC. And I guess as early as the college level, he is already introducing how to work like a professional as a basketball player.
Actually, simula pa lang dun sa juniors level nila. No, sila na rin yung grupo na rin nila ang may hawak ng program, kaya makikita natin yung transition. In the next NCAA seasons, magiging maganda for the future of the EAC program under Coach Gerson Cabiltes and company. And also, want to give a shout out for Boss Jimmy De La Cruz of Jumbo Plastic Linoleum, ang backer ng EAC Generals. Angeles being called for that foul, but go either way. Pwedeng sa ibang mata, pwedeng traveling, but foul lang nakita ng referee sa ating anggulo. 6 minutes remaining here. 8-point lead. Mapua within striking distance. Hard show by Umpad. Fouling Clint Escamis. And early at this quarter, with 5 minutes 49 seconds remaining, nasa penalty na agad ang EAC Generals. Escamis drills the first free throw. Slowly but surely, Mapua inching their way closer. Getting more aggressive with the basketball, driving strong to the hoop. And sorry miss there by Clint Escamis. And Angeles will touch the ball last and bring the possession back to the hands of the Mapua Cardinals.
And sayang yung 2 trips to the free throw line ni Clint Escamis, no? This is the perfect time for him to find his rhythm. Sometimes for, the superstars like that, it only needs a couple of free throws to get you going, and would have been better if he made 2 out of 2.
Lawrence Mangubat in and out with the 3-point shot attempt. 5 minutes 23 seconds remaining. Oh, Loristo was alone underneath, but Ryan was there to erase that shot. Good recovery for Ryan on the defensive end with that block. Lista na kay Loristo dapat yun eh.
Oo.
Good.
Pero grabe talaga, coach, yung wingspan ng mga players ng Mapua, yung mga big men nila eh.
Yung mga lean and Hubilia. Oh, sorry, miss on that layup. Ochavo recovers it. Angeles against Cuenco. No go. Mangubat secures it for Mapua. Escamis running. And he will go all the way to make it 41-36 with 4 minutes 42 seconds remaining. Only a 5-point game between EAC and Mapua. Mapua getting more active on offense this time. Also credit their defense in the second half, producing turnovers against EAC as Axel Doromal checks back in for EAC together with Waki Garcia on the part of Mapua. Jetro Bacud also checking back in for Coach Gerson Cabiltes. 4.5 minutes remaining. Angeles. Escamis active hands disrupting the offense. 9 seconds to operate for EAC. Once a double-digit lead, now trimmed down to only 5 points. Doromal, Loristo, give and go against 2 red shirts inside. He was clobbered underneath. Good defense by the Mapua Cardinals.
Yes, and the Mapua Cardinals finally waking up, slowly finding their groove. And let's see, Coach, no, when we covered Mapua before, sila yung mga naging comeback kings natin, no? Tingnan natin if ma-replicate nila yung performance na yon.
Basket counts. And let's see, Coach J.R. Carlos will be using the coach's challenge to review the last play. Let's see. Coach's challenge being availed here by Coach J.R. Carlos with 4 minutes and change remaining in the third quarter. First game po natin, Our Lady of Fatima University Phoenix punching their ticket in the Elite 8 67-61 as they beat the Guangming Flying Dragons. And this time for our day cap, let's see on our replay. Axel Doromal. Kita natin. Tingnan natin yung replay natin. Naayos pa ni Direk Amiel. And sabi ng ating officials, basket counts. And Gortiza scoring 44-36 now is our count with that Gurtiza basket. Escamis, pull-up jumper, still no go. And Noel Agimenyi checking in for the first time for Mapua. But Coach J.R. Carlos would press the panic button as they trailed by 8 points, 44-36 with 3 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. EAC still on top against Mapua. We'll be back.
Dapat grinan yun.
8-point lead now being erected by the EAC Generals, the number 12 ranked team here in the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance. Coach Chris King de la Cruz together with Justin Almeida on board, together with Daphne Lozano. Escamis bring himself underneath, but he will be fouled. Ang ganda nung inbounds play na yun, Justin.
Quite a scare on the landing of Clint Escamis. Na tuhuran pa ni King Cortiza. But it was just a light tap on the head, so he seems to be okay.
Papagpagin lang yan ni Clint Escamis, who's now on the free throw line for 2 free throws. Scored on that first, 44-37. Still EAC, 3 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. Small lineup being fielded by both teams at this span. Yam Concepcion, the lanky forward out of PCU Dasmariñas, checking in for Mapua. 6-point lead being protected by EAC. Loristo scoring off that pass. Good recognition there by Jetro Bacod to up this lead again to an 8-point lead, 46-38 with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Chris Hobilla, Mangubat driving, kicking out Noel Agimenyi. He makes the baseline jumper again to trim down this lead by EAC to only 6 points. Loristo giving Axel Doromal the shield. Angeles against Yam Concepcion. Curtiza, 3-point shot, too strong, but Angeles was there to secure the offensive rebound. Angeles tries his hand for the jumper, no go. Hubilla will go one-on-one against Curtiza, no go. He's looking for a foul. Was not given by the officials. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the third. Axel Doromal and Chelo Loristo will score off that assist by Axel Doromal, and he will have the chance to complete the 3-point play as he was fouled going to the basket on that undergo stab.
Yes, ang ganda ng basa ni Alex Doromal doon. On a full head of steam, using the quick brush screen and getting the players of Mapua confused, finding his big man down below with that end one.
Sloppy play by Mapua, couldn't protect the rebound. Again, Doromal to Loristo. Quick 4 points from 6. Naging 10 na kaagad. 4-0 run here by the EAC Generals. 1 minute 40 seconds remaining in the third. Jubilia against Bakod. Uses his offhand and layup is good for Chris Jubilia, the prize recruit of Mapua, scoring at will. And Jubilia doing things on the defensive end. And Yam Concepcion will score and he will get the foul. A counter 4-0 run by Mapua.
So far, Coach, ang mga our baskets lately have been off of defensive stops, turning into quick transition points.
Maganda dito, teams are being unselfish. See nice passes which results to good baskets. Yam Concepcion connects on that free throw to complete the 3-point play. Slices the lead of EAC to only 5. A quick 5-0 burst here by Mapua. Counter-attack. Jetro Bakod gives it back. Doromal. 3-point shot. No go. And action underneath. Chris Jubilia against Loristo. Having some words, but yun naman, kamustahan lang naman. Si Jubilia, bagong salta sa Mapua, bagong salta sa NC. Si Jello Loristo din. Parang nagsabihan ng pare, anong pangalan mo? Chris Jubilia nga pala, Brad.
Ganito pala
Jello,
dito.
Ganito pala dito, pare. Diba? Ikaw pala si Jello Loristo. Sandali lang, sabi ni Noel Agimenia, free throw lang din ako.
Ako naman, pahingi naman ng airtime.
Oo, hinabati natin si Noel Agimeni, mga supporters niya from Mapua Cardinals as he misses the first free throw. 51.1 seconds remaining. Hinabati ko rin yung mga kaibigan ko, no? Peter Royce Caronan, Romel Gomez. Yung wife ko, syempre, magagalit yun pag hindi ko binati. Si Sandy, yung anak ko, si Nacho, si Emilia. Mga kasamahan ko sa USC Senior High School as Mapua regains possession. Chris Jubilia. And Chris Jubilia was being too fancy inside, not recognizing his teammates were free as the defense collapsed on him on that try with 39 seconds remaining. EAC Loristo couldn't handle the pass. Jubilia on the break for Mapua and gives it up to Joaquin Garcia who scores. And don't look now, tatlo na lang ang hinahabol ng Mapua. But quick basket there by Kinal. And Chris Jubilia seems to be injured, being tended here by Yam Concepcion, but he was back on his feet. Medyo pinagpag lang ni Chris Jubilia. Kaya naman daw. Gusto lang niya mabanggit yung pangalan niya.
Oo, medyo umiinit na siya eh. So,
Oo. The go-to guy now of Mapua. 12 seconds to shoot. 8 seconds. Mapua. Lawrence Mangubat. Fancy layup is no go. 1 second remaining and they will run out of time. And we have a ball game here, Justin, as we end the third quarter. It's only a 5-point game between the EAC Generals 52, Mapua Cardinals 47 as we enter the final quarter. This is the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024, Sweet 16.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And we are in the last 10 minutes of this game between the EAC Generals, who are ranked number 12 in our bracket, against the ranked number 5 team, MAPUA Cardinals. So far so good, Justin. Anong magandang ginawa ng MAPUA Cardinals nung third quarter para mailapit itong score na ito na kanina medyo bumibitaw-bitaw na sila eh.
Siguro it's less hesitation from their part. No? They were more aggressive. We saw moments of Clint Escamis finally getting his groove, making a couple of shots, going to the line, and just before that quarter ended, had a mini run by Chris Hubilia. So it's just been the aggressiveness of the MAPUA Cardinals, just wanting to get to the basket more, and finally the shots are falling as well and cutting this lead to 5 points now at the start of the fourth.
Small lineup here being fielded by MAPUA Cardinals. Tallest guy on the floor, Noel Aguimeñi. Baga, pinapantayan lang din nila yung bilis ng EAC as Loristo. Also, small, big for the EAC Generals. Less than a minute gone by here. Axel Doromal challenging the interior defense of MAPUA, scoring on that layup to make it 54-47. EAC, Joaquin Garcia momentarily open. One-hander, no go, but Yam Concepcion out of nowhere for that second serving. See here, yung disparity, no? Yung MAPUA outscoring EAC 21-18. Kaya lumapit kahit papaano itong score natin. We have a ball game here in our midst for our second game. Only a 5-point lead being held by the EAC Generals as Deo Lucero prepares himself for a free throw. Makes his first. Aaron Fermin setting to get back in action.
And ito na yung sinasabi ni Coach Noy nung halftime report ni Daphne, no? That now that the third group is in, or a couple of third stringers for the Generals, they have to sustain what their starters and second unit have done for them. So tingnan natin if they can sustain this lead, as now it is 7 points.
So far so good for the bench mob of EAC. They have been responding. Lucero, Luciano already scored, but they committed a turnover. MAPUA Cardinals wasting that opportunity as they give EAC another crack on offense with that turnover. 8.5 minutes and change in the fourth. Lucero against Axel Doromal. Ball getting poked by Joaquin Garcia. Joaquin Garcia on his part for MAPUA has drained a couple of threes, and EAC Generals will call up timeout with 8 minutes 22 seconds remaining. We'll be back.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
We are back here at the Enderon College's gym for our fourth game today. It's between the EAC Generals and the MAPUA Cardinals. So far, so good. EAC leading by 7 points, and Luciano couldn't handle the rock. Getting off balance there. MAPUA again getting the opportunity to inch their way closer. Yam Concepcion gives it to Aaron Fermin. 8 minutes remaining. JC Recto kicks it out. Jeco Bancale. Aaron Fermin from the outside, and he will get the soft touch. 56-51. MAPUA knocking on the door of EAC. Only a 5-point lead, but Harvey Pagsanhan was there and he couldn't get the layup. MAPUA now off and running. JC Recto against Pagsanhan. Fermin. Back-to-back baskets, no go. Umpad protects the board for EAC. Lucero against Jeco Bancale. Lucero has plans. Gives it up to Harvey Pagsanhan. Axel Doromal facing up Joaquin Garcia, but Pagsanhan was there to recover it for EAC. 7 minutes and change remaining. Lucero blows past his defender but couldn't make the shot. Bancale now. Joaquin Garcia thought of the three. Pull-up jumper, no go. And Pagsanhan will step out of bounds on that rebound. King Gurtiza checking back in. Coach Gerson making sure to close this one out well with 6 minutes 42 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Now slowly Coach Gerson putting in his main man and inserting King Cortiza.
Jeco Bancale drains that mid-range shot. Again, MAPUA bringing the fight here against EAC. Pagsanhan against Yam Concepcion. Pagsanhan has been silent since exploding in the first quarter together with King Cortiza. Fade away. And it will rim out. MAPUA with Escamis against Pagsanhan. Escamis misses. Lucero saving the possession of that wayward pass. 5 minutes 43 seconds in the fourth. Gurtiza using Umpad as a screen. Umpad, one-hander, and it's good.
Soft touch for the big man. That's number 15, Umpad.
Gandang development, no? Sinusubukan na niya yan nung next man cup. Ngayon, na perfect na yung range. 58-53 is our count. 5 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Recto. Could have taken the shot there.
Yes. Yun na nga, panira na, pinasa pa.
Aaron Fermin, meanwhile, wasn't ready underneath for that pass. Nakatingin na siya for the rebound eh.
Oo.
Kasi panira na nga yun eh. Again, lost opportunity here for MAPUA. Chris Hobilla checks back in. And John Hambonete is set to check back in for MAPUA. Also, Gurtiza, fade away. No go. Hobilla tapping the ball to Aaron Fermin and Jeco Bancale. Starting the offense now for MAPUA. Bancale pulls up from way beyond, short. Luciano protects the board for EAC. Lucero nagtitimon ngayon para sa mga general ng Emilio Aguinaldo College. Umpad. Give and go. Kicks it out. Gurtiza, corner 3. No go. But Pagsanhan was there. Oh! Tough break. Fermin on that putback. that basket will be credited to Harvey Pagsanhan as we now listen to the report of Daphne Lozano for the MAPUA Cardinals.
I had the chance to join the huddle of the MAPUA Cardinals, and one thing I observed in their huddle is that they know to themselves that sticking to their place will not betray them to get the chance of winning against the Generals. Coach JR really made sure to descriptively explain what he wants the boys to execute, and it is now up to the boys in red to execute well and want the win for themselves. Let's see if the Cardinals will be able to let go of the 5 to 7 point lead and move closer instead of further away. That's all for now. Back to you, Chris and Justin.
Coach Carlos giving specific and detailed instructions to his men to try to cut this lead down, and they should do it now since we only have less than 4 minutes to go, and if they want to make this a ball game, they're gonna have to execute right now and see if they can turn things around.
So far, so good. MAPUA is just within striking distance. 7 lamang tong hinahabol nila. But Lid Escamis was forced to take that wayward 3-point shot with shot clock running out. 3 minutes 40 seconds remaining. 2-0 against Jacob Bancale, finding Luciano underneath, but he was bothered by the defense of John Habonete. Chris Hubilla going past his defender. Overcooks that layup. Could have brought the house down there with that bucket. Luciano recovers it. Ingurtiza. Pull-up jumper. And that's money. And MAPUA will call a timeout with 3 minutes 12 seconds remaining. They're staring at a 9-point lead by EAC. 62 to 53. We'll be back after this timeout.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Nine-point lead being enjoyed here by the EAC General, 62 to 53. 3 minutes 12 seconds remaining. Pinoy Liga the Big Dance, Sweet 16. Coach Chris King de la Cruz together with Justin Almeida and Daphne Lozano at the sidelines, giving you the action of this ball game. Chris Hubilla now doing the moves for MAPUA. There will be a foul. So far so good, Justin. Tipiran sa foul ngayon ng magkabilang panig. Tig-isa pa lang with 2 minutes 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Both teams have been showing good patience on defense, not resulting to fouling.
Escamis against Axel Doromal. John Habonete will provide the shield. Gives it up to Lawrence Mangubat against Aldeo Lucero. Mangubat, fade away, no go. And EAC protects that rock with Harvey Pagsanhan. Rebounding, Aldero Lucero doing a good job directing the plays for EAC. And Jello Loristo missing that gimme inside.
Oh, sorry miss by Loristo. Would have been the dagger.
Escamis now again. Makes his move. Gives it again to Lawrence Mangubat, who is thinking twice on that three, and he takes it. Oh, he misses everything on that shot. As we enter the twilight zone, the last 2 minutes of this game, still both teams can't score in the last 1.5 minutes.
Kakakiskisa na naman.
And EAC, Lucero, duty foul there. Third personal foul for Aldeo Lucero and third team foul for EAC. 20 seconds to operate for the Mapua Cardinals with 1.5 minute and change. Escamis pull up for 3, no go. Lucero, 2-on-2 break, and he will break the silence. 64-53, an 11-point lead for EAC. Chris Hubilia.
Ooh.
Losing the handle. Good defense by of Tana. 62 seconds remaining. And it is safe to say that it is an impending victory for the EAC Generals with 58.8 seconds remaining. An 11-point lead. RV Pagsanhan will inbound the ball. Wilmar Oftana giving it to Aldeo Lucero. Gurtiza was been awesome to start this game. Tries his hand for a 3 and he would make it to seal the deal for Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
And finally, King Cortiza with the dagger. And now it is safe to say that this game is settled.
14-point game here. Escamis turnaround shot, tough angle, couldn't make it. And we're down to our last 24 seconds. Both teams will dribble it out. A preview of what is to come for these two NCAA stalwarts. EAC Generals getting the best out of the Mapua Cardinals today, as they will go home with the win, 67-53. EAC Generals over the Mapua Cardinals, and the EAC Generals will march on to our Elite 8 of the Pinoy Liga Big Dance 2024. EAC off and running from the get-go, Justin.
Yes, ang ganda ng pinakita ng Emilio Aguinaldo College. And more than anything, it was on the defensive side. That was where they were very impressive. You know, they stuck to the game plan, shutting down Clint Escamis and Cyrus Cuenco as well with somewhat no-show today. And everything went according to the plan. Defense was just turned into quick offense, and ayun na nga, 14-point victory for the Mapua Cardinals.
And let's listen to the school hymns of both schools. And our final count, EAC Generals 67, Mapua Cardinals 53. Let's meet our best player of the ball game. And I think, Justin, it will be King Gurtiza will bag that best player of the game award. As we await him at the sidelines, he will be joined by our Daphne Lozano. King Gurtiza setting the tone early on here for the EAC Generals.
Yes, and back-to-back Player of the Game awards na para kay King Cortiza, showing to be the leader of this Emilio Aguinaldo squad.
And King Gurtiza is now being joined by Daphne Lozano at the sidelines. Daphne.
So much, Chris. And now to end our quadruple game for today, I am now beside the best player of the game from EAC Generals, King Gurtiza, with 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Congratulations, King. And finally, back-to-back player of the game ka rin for this game. So the team had a strong start and also a very strong finish. So how does it feel na finally from 16 teams ay pasok na kayo in the next round?
Unang-una, grateful kami kay God na binigay yung panalo sa amin, walang nangyaring masama. Ayun nga, ganda nung laban kasi rival din namin sila sa NCAA and then Team A talaga yung pinalaro nila. So maganda experience para sa amin at yung panalo madadala namin sa this coming season.
Ayan, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa mga nanonood ngayon?
Una sa lahat, maraming salamat kay God and then sa family ko sa LU nanonood, sumusuporta sa akin palagi. Lola, lolo sa UK, tita-tito sa Abu Dhabi and sa girlfriend ko na sa ibang bansa. Sa buong team na sa EAC community, maraming salamat sa walang sawang suporta sa amin.
Thank you so much, King, and congratulations. Once again, that is our best player of the game. Back to you, Chris and Justin.
Daphne Lozano together, best player of the ball game. Kurt Gurtiza, stellar numbers posted by Gurtiza, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Doing it on both ends of the floor, back-to-back. Player of the game honors. Round of 32, siya rin ang nag-star for EAC. And right now, makikita natin our highlights brought to us by LGR Sports. Sabi ko nga kanina, no, Harvey Pagsanhan together with Kurt Gurtiza setting that zone for EAC, while Lawrence Mangubat together with Clint Escamis falling short on willing Mapua into the next round.
And we see Clint Escamis driving hard to the basket there. One of the few points that he produced today. And here we see EAC with the horns play, getting that floater to go.
EAC waiting for the results of the second day of our Sweet 16, which will be on Saturday. And next Wednesday also will be the Elite 8. And next weekend will be the Final Four and the finals of the Pinoy Liga. The big dance. See here, EAC Axel Doromal, also one of the better contributors from Coach Gerson Cabiltes of the past to Jello Loristo. Maganda dito sa EAC, halos lahat ng bunuti ni Coach Gerson nag-contribute para sa cause ng team at nakuha nila yung aim nila na hanggang dun sa kahuli-hulihang tao sa third 5 nila ay nag-contribute. Hindi man sa points, yung mga pagbibigay ng screens, yung pagiging good teammate, malaki ang naki-contribute ng bawat isa para sa EAC Generals for this 67-53 win. And on behalf of all the men and women of the production team of the Pinoy Liga Cup, Direk Pierre Moratillo, our founder, Sir Benny Benitez, my partner today, Justin Almeida, and our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano. This has been Coach Chris King de la Cruz. Shouting out everyone, Pinoy Liga Cup #1.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.